Hello everyone, and today I'm going to show you how to seamlessly transfer from being a mercenary to being a vassal and taking your first fief. Now before we get started, here's a list of things that I like to have, but they are not required. I like to be clan tier 4, as you get one additional party starting at clan tier 2. So you'll have an additional party at 2, 3, and 4, giving you 3 additional parties. I also like to have 250 leadership for the talent magnet perk. That gives you an additional party. That one is a little bit more difficult to accomplish by the time you become a mercenary. 275 charm. Immortal charm gives you 1 influence for every 5 charm over 250. So when you get the perk, you will get 5 influence a day. And Immortal Charm is the only way to get influence while not in a kingdom. And that will come in very handy when we take our first fief. I also try to have at least 300,000 dinars. Now this is a little bit on the iffy side on how you want to work it. But the worst thing that you can do is get all set up, be burning 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 dinars a day, join a kingdom, and they peace out. And you have nothing to do, and you're burning money. So have a little bit of extra just in case. I also save up all the low-end gear, everything below 500 value as I'm playing the game, and then I will use my 2 perks from Steward, Paid and Promise, and Giving Hands to donate those items to train my troops. Now, I already have my party. I already have my Consguard. So I know what the makeup of my troops are going to be. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get my parties going. Now you have to choose and figure out where you want to go because you need to figure out what troops you want. For me, I want all of my parties to really have Empire troops. I will focus on the rest. So all you do is you just go from town to town or village to village and just start recruiting troops. So we're going to go into the clan screen, party, create a new party, whoever it might be. I will go ahead, I will give her the troops, and if you feel like it's not enough, you can end up giving her some of your own troops and send her out, and now she will go collect them up. Now I'm going to do the same thing again for the rest of my people. So I'm going to be able to get 4 groups right now. I don't have 250 leadership. So I'm going to go collect up. And now I will go ahead and I will send out my second party. So once again, party, create, and send them out again. So now she is gone. I can create 1 more party. And we'll just go ahead and send them out with this one. And these will be my 3 parties. And there we go. So now they're going to go run around and they're going to go train their troops. You'll know when they're full because you can see that it can hold 35 of 91. Now while they're doing that, now I want to figure out what do I want. I already have Consguard. They're getting the Empire troops, which are going to be my infantry. So I want to go ahead and I want to get myself some archers. So whether you want to go down and you want to just grab some master archers, or you want to head up and you want to go grab yourself some peons, now is when you'll go ahead and do that. I now have all of my troops collected. So the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I have enough food. I cannot stress it enough that food is so important. Not only for food variety, getting steward skill, but for morale. Morale is a huge factor in battles. So you want to make sure that you have enough food and that you're not going to run out. Especially since when you're in an army, if they run out of food, they're going to start eating yours. So I would highly recommend that you stock up a little bit extra on food. So I've collected up all of my food. As you can see, I have a bunch. And the next thing you want to do is you want to figure out what town do you want? Pick any town in the game that you want to go for. So I want to end up taking Rote. That's my objective. What I want to do is see who are they at war with. They're at war with the Sturgeons, so I plan on joining the Sturgeons. Now, this is something extremely important that I missed in one of my episodes. Look at the leader's clan. Make sure he has feasts. Because if he doesn't have feasts, then you're probably not going to get it. He's going to get it in voting. But by having feasts, you're most likely going to go ahead and get it. So figure out where he's at. He's at Epcrodia. We're going to go over there. We're going to go talk to him, and we're going to join as a vassal. So we found him. The very first thing you want to do once you become a vassal is you want to make an army. Don't do anything else. You do not want your people to get pulled into a different army. So the first thing I'm going to do is make an army. Go ahead and sort by cost. It's the easiest way to find your people since they cost nothing. Here are my 3 people. They are now pulled into my army and I don't need to worry about them. This is one thing you have to be super careful of when you're doing this. See where your people are. They are going to make a straight beeline to you non-stop, meaning they won't even stop for food and they could get attacked. So what I want to do is I want to head straight down to my people and get to them before they get captured. Now that I have my clan army ready to go, I am really set to go after Rote. Now there's 2 things to remember from this point. First of all, this is where you'd want to train your troops. This is where you want to use your steward perks and you want to donate all of your items to go ahead and increase the tiers of your troops. The second thing is this is where Immortal Charm would come into effect. If I had Immortal Charm, I would probably have anywhere between 200 to 400 influence ready to go, and I could call these vassals to my army, which would ensure that I would be able to take my first fief. However, because I don't, I cannot call a single one of them as I only have 13 right now. So what we want to do is we want to go after Rote. Now, there is a possibility you could get given a fief that gets taken while doing this. If you get given a fief and you don't want it, don't be afraid to give it back. Go to the fiefs tab, figure out which it is, and this button here will say give it away or give it back. Just give it back and let it be voted on. If you own a fief, there's a chance you might not get the one that you want. So now we are going to head over to Rote, we are going to siege it, and we are now going to take it. So we have just taken Rote. It is now ours. You want to do very minimal work at this point as you have not voted on the fief just yet. I am a little bit over on troops, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give my troops away, which we want to go from this screen. Because we don't want to donate, we want to always make sure we are inspecting. So I'm going to give her some of my troops so I am under the limit. You want to wait until the fief is voted on first. Here is the vote for it. As you can see, I have the majority of the vote. So I'm going to abstain. It is given to me. It is now my fief. This is where we want to be very quick in what we do and be very efficient. First thing we want to do is manage the town. This is where you want to look at whether or not you want to install your governor, which is going to help out tremendously. You need to look at everything, including loyalty. You can see we are dropping 4.8 a day. This is going to be very, very important. If you have to and you need to get loyalty, all you need to do is just go ahead and click this little circle thing once. So it puts it on just one of these, and then you click the plus and it will cancel all projects and default to the daily project. That way it is now only losing 1.8 a day, but installing a governor can be a huge help in getting this done, which I normally have a governor set up ready to go. From this point, you want to see whether or not you want to put any troops in the garrison. We have 153 in the garrison. This town is pretty much good to go. It says they're losing loyalty, but at least we are starting to gain our militia, and of course we are now gaining food. This is something to be very mindful of in the game. The AI magically know what you have in your fief. Therefore, you do not want to sit in your fief for long periods of time. If you do, they're going to come at you with huge armies. So what I like to do is I like to set a trap. Now, if your town has less than 25 loyalty and it's in danger of rebelling, you obviously cannot leave. As long as you are in a fief, it cannot rebel. Castles can't rebel, towns can, but if you are in the fief, it cannot. So what I want to do is I want to get out of town. That way the AI now thinks it only has 220 defenders. It might come at it with about 600-700 troops instead of 1,000 to 2,000. I will go off to the side here while the town is being worked on, and I will wait. This is where I'm setting my trap. So if the AI does come after it, they're going to come after it with 600, maybe 700 troops, and then I can walk in and I can go after them. That is how you get your town built up, taken, transitioned from becoming a mercenary to a vassal, and get your first fief. Until next time, take care, and thanks for watching.